Hey y'all, just a quick video of some fragrances that I picked up between TJ Maxx and Burlington. I'm actually going to start with the ginger petals, which to me is unisex. TJ Maxx keeps it in the women's section, but they have a lot of my TJ Maxx anyway, puts a lot of the men's and unisex ones in the women's section. It's got the notes on it, as you can see. This is lovely. This caught my attention the first time I saw it, and I ended up putting it back and not getting it because I thought it was actually leaning a little masculine, as this is very unisex. And then later when I saw it on sale for $13, I was like, I have to get it. And as usual, I was asking people in there what they thought, and people really liked it. And one young woman working there really, really liked it, and she was just like, that just smells classy. Um, and I think it does too. It almost has like a spa, just gentle, but yet they're very appealing, like attractive smell for a man or a woman. I mean, this would be appropriate like anywhere. It'd be appropriate in the office or traveling, or just to be like smelling fresh, but something a little more than fresh, because it does have, just the ginger and the amber. It's just really nice. It gives me like spa vibes, like vacation spa, but yet, um, I don't know, but just, I don't know, it's just tasteful, I like this one, and it's definitely unisex. So, and just moving on to the Lattafa, um, how do you say that? Badee Amethyst. I'm glad that they're selling these in the body sprays now so that you could try them out without having to buy a bottle. So the little body sprays are so inexpensive. This is $6.99. And when I first sprayed it in Burlington, I immediately thought, ooh, that's too masculine. But then when I walked out, and I was like, that, I was thinking that does not smell like Atomic Rose, because I love Atomic Rose. And even though I've never had a full-size bottle of Atomic Rose, I don't know why I haven't, because I have repeatedly bought the travel sizes of it. So I really just need to have the full size. I love the pepper in Atomic Rose. So when I first sprayed this, I was like, no, this does not resemble Atomic Rose. And it had that bit of chemical smell, which they often do, and it disappears rather quickly, I know. But when I went outside and my skin and clothes hit the air, the fresh, different temperature air outside, I was like, oh, yeah, I see resemblance. I see, you know, a resemblance to Atomic Rose. The rose was definitely, obviously present, and this is its own thing. However, I was at work today and I sprayed different things on. Some of these I was just spraying in the car. I'll put like some on a scarf and then some somewhere else. And I was going to review them at work, but I was just too busy today. Um, at some point, I almost got embarrassed because, I work around men and I like to smell good in front of everyone, but especially around men. And for a brief moment, I feel like the oud in this had like that barnyard urine smell. And no, it is not the smell of me. I'm always clean. So I don't want to hear any like jokes like, are you sure it wasn't you? You're working. But no, it was clearly this. And I still like it. For a moment, I was thinking it's like somebody took, excuse me, like if you were to get a container for fragrance and you just put like one drop of Atomic Rose in it and then mixed it with like, say, the Ram's Gold. I feel like these two don't really smell alike, but there's a part of them that smells similar. I really like this. Now, I've gotten compliments on this. I've already reviewed it. Yeah, I was unsure about it at first because it was brand new. It hadn't set, and it was super hot outside in the summer, and so it turned masculine on me, but I really enjoy this. Sometimes I'll get out of the shower and put just a couple mist of that double diamond because it's like powdery fresh, and then let that dry and then get fully dressed and put that on. And I have gotten compliments more than once doing that. But anyhow, there's like maybe a little hint of this type of smell in this. This is by no means an exact dupe of Atomic Rose, so looking at the notes on Fragrantica, first of all, you know, see the main accords, definitely rose and oud. Yeah, I guess ambery, just a bit of floral. To me, the vanilla is not very super prominent. Um, and you do get citrusy, especially all throughout. Actually, you do get the citrus notes, but they're just backed up, obviously, behind the rose and oud and a hint of floral. So, you know, this does perform. I feel like I thought it wasn't performing on skin, but it does definitely perform on fabric because, you know, I sprayed my little piggy yesterday and he still smells like it on his neck where I sprayed him. So it does have on fabric, it will be there the next day. And this is just the body spray. This is not even the actual, you know, the actual bottle of fragrance. So, you know, you can pause and read any of this, of course. But I would like for it to have more pepper. Um, the citrus is, when you do pick it up, it is that sharper form of citrus, like obviously the bergamot. Jasmine is not overly prominent at all to me, anyway. I don't think it is. It could be, I guess because it's just got so much rose. Maybe I pick up the jasmine, but it's not a jasmine fragrance by any means. It's not specifically. You definitely get this oud, and like I said, momentarily it just did not go over well for me, which it really bothered me because otherwise I was liking it, you know. I like Middle Eastern fragrances, and they can be hit or miss, but you know how you just start to become, I still like them, but there's something about them sometimes that could just be heavy or musty, and I know I like oud fragrances. I'm not, you know, may say, well, what do you expect with, I don't know, but I like to have them in my collection, but just like I like sweets, but sweets have never been my top #1 favorite anyway, but I'm kind of burnt out on that as well. I feel like we just need some totally new combination. I'm sure there's nothing totally new, but just something different. Anyhow, some people obviously they compare it to Atomic Rose, but I see this comparison with flamenco. And before I quit getting luxury scent box or one of them, I had that flamenco on my list. So if any of you have tried that, please tell me what you think of that. And so I know most of you know about looking at Fragrantica, but not everyone does. I disagree with that person. It most definitely is not 90% similar to Atomic Rose. It's very much, it seems like inspired by Atomic Rose. You see this person. I know that you could read these on your own, but this is helpful for me to say what I agree or disagree with. Let's see. Yeah, it's strong. Even the spray is fairly strong, like I said, especially on fabric. So don't be going in a closed office spraying yourself down with it. There was somebody I was going to go over. That person says more feminine leaning. It's very funny or interesting to see people's reviews on this, specifically unisex fragrances, because you'll see a handful of people saying one thing and then another handful of people saying like the complete opposite. Like people will be like, it's really feminine leaning, and then other people are like, no, it's masculine leaning. Let's see. Well, I mean, you could pause and read those. Some viewers may not know to look on Fragrantica. If you don't already know, it's an online fragrance library, and you see it right here. And you type in, you know, a Google search for whatever fragrance and just say Fragrantica, and it'll pop up for you. So yeah, I mean, for now, that's my summary of this. And then I also got, I already had this, y'all, but I also picked up um, somebody, I believe another reviewer, commented on a video and asked me if I had checked out, and I apologize. I'm so tired. I can't think of your name right now, and I know I need to go back and look because I know I watch your videos if it's who I'm thinking. Um, asked if I had checked out the Declassified at Burlington. Well, I saw them and I went ahead and grabbed this one. And I don't know why I grabbed this one because, well, first of all, these are only $12.99. And, you know, they give you the notes on it, so that's nice. That's cool. So this one is the dupe of the Killian Love Don't Be Shy. Now, I've never smelled the real thing, but I have smelled dupes. I have smelled the alt dupe, and also I believe I smelled Mimic duping it, and it's just not one that I don't hate it, but it's not one that I'm like, wow, I love that. And from the dupes that I've smelled, I would say this is pretty much like the dupes. I don't find this to be very powerful at all, though. Maybe I get used to it, but it certainly doesn't have the lasting power of that, for example. Like, I mean, it's only $12.99. If you're a fan of Love Don't Be Shy, this smells like pretty much like the other dupes, like I said. So $12.99, you can get it and spray the heck out of it. But I mean, I smell it on the fabric, but I feel like when you first spray it, it's one of those ones that seems loud when you first spray it. And almost now I can just tell with certain fragrances when they're like that, I'm like, oh, it's going to die out quickly. And I feel like this kind of does that, but maybe it'll get stronger or something. I don't know, fingers crossed. I don't hate this fragrance, but I'm getting tired of things. Really, things that have been in trend for some time. And it's very sweet. So, y'all are all familiar with this. If you've been in any Marshalls or TJ Maxx, you know you've smelled the dupes of it if you haven't smelled the real thing. And so it definitely has that sweet, marshmallowy, it's like, oh, orange blossom, yes, jasmine, and neroli. No, wait, where am I? What in the heck? Vanilla, of course. Why did I say neroli? Oh, yeah, there it is, neroli. A lot of like orange, but it's just sweet, floral, marshmallow, vanilla, some ambery. That's really what it is. Um, so I'm not bowled over by it, and I'm certainly not bowled over by the like longevity. The projection is big, but just initially. I don't hate this though. I'd like to at least check out at least one other by Declassified to see about the longevity issues, or if it has longevity issues. You know, just see how it performs. Maybe it's just this one. Maybe this one will improve. I don't know. So, out of these three, what was my favorite? I have more to review too. I've picked up a lot of stuff, but I would say out of these three, my favorite is actually this. Even though I love Atomic Rose, and this is definitely vibing on that, but its own thing. Um, if that's the case, I'll just wear Atomic Rose. Don't get me wrong, I'll use that, but cautiously now. I don't you hate when you're in public and a fragrance like that you thought was performing in a way that you liked it goes awkward for at least a moment. Maybe it had something to do with the weather or other stuff I was spraying. I don't know, but this I think is really pleasant, and it's not strong. It's not loud, and it does set on the skin and sets on fabric. Not necessarily, 24 hours or anything, but it is there. And I think I like this because it's very unisex in a very classy way. And really, it's somewhat understated, but yet just has that little nice You know how it feels to go to like a spa and like the good smells? It's not exactly like a spa, but I think it's the ginger that makes it. I love ginger anyway. And I have like essential oil, so it's not like it's not going to smell like a super strong ginger like you're cooking with it, but more natural and um, just pleasant. So, yeah, have y'all tried these? What's your thoughts? Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.